Okay, so today is December 21st, a very exciting day from what I hear in the in the heavens. Um, but I had a really crazy dream last night, and I'm sorry. Um, so this is actually there's a superhero in this. Batman is in this dream. It's actually the second superhero that I've actually dreamed about. It's very interesting. The first one was with the Hulk and a zombie. Um, I don't know. I guess we always talk about the zombie apocalypse and all that kind of stuff as a joke or whatever. But so I'm just going to skip over that dream because I don't even know what it means. But anyway, so this dream, I am looking at this cage, um, and it's like a long line. It's more like a zoo. Um, the huge thick bars, like maybe a lion would be behind or something. The huge thick bars, and it's just this long, thin uh, cell, I guess you would say, and all these people, they look like people, are lined up and chained to the wall by their hands. They have chains on their hands, but like the width of the cell is like it's like 5 or 6 feet. So they're chained to the wall, but they can make it. They're holding onto the bars, and I don't hear any sound in the dream, which is interesting. But they're holding onto the bars, and they're just excited, and they're like trying to scare the people that are looking in on them, and and they're all just excited, like there's just they're about to do something. Something's about to happen. And, I see them chained to the wall. I'm like, and I'm thinking, those chains aren't doing any good. Why are they, people feel safe, but those chains, they're not really doing anything. And, and I look over to the left in the cell, and Batman is tied to a pole. Um, I don't recognize Batman's face per se. Uh, I but but anyway, so he was tied to a pole, and all of these people were around him, taunting him and laughing, and so as I'm looking, all of these people start turning into vampires. How their face changes and that sort of thing. They start turning into vampires, and they're just so excited. They're just excited about something. And Batman, as he's tied up there, so all these people are kind of coming in towards him, all these vampires now, and I don't hear anything, but I can hear him. I can see him saying, "I'm Batman. I'm Batman." Like it means something, like it's going to help him, and he's just like, "I'm Batman. I'm Batman." And then I look over here, and when I look back, he's got blood dripping down his face. So I didn't actually see anything happen, but he's got blood dripping down his face, and then he turns into a vampire as well, or what looks like a vampire anyway, or some sort of demon, whatever. And um, all of them start turning into these demon-looking, vampire things. And I'm not afraid the whole time, the whole dream. I'm not afraid. But then I'm inside the cell, and I look up, and the roof is lifted off like a lid, and Satan is huge, and he opens the top of the roof to let all the demons out. And and that was it. He was huge, and I kind of think of it like, like if you're a human and you open a gerbil cage, you open the lid, right? Kind of the size difference between a human and a gerbil. That's how huge he was. He was huge, and he just opened the lid, the door, the roof to let them all out. You know, because like I said before, the chains really, I don't know why the chains were there, because they weren't really holding them back. Maybe in their human form it did, but they changed into the, vampire demons, whatever. And I woke up. It was funny because when I looked up and he opened the roof, I saw him, and he, just that demon looking kind of figure of Satan is, and that was the end of the dream. I woke up coughing. You know how you get that little tickle, you wake up, I'm like, oh man, so I drank some water and I lay there, and of course I'm just like, what a crazy dream. So, but that's the second superhero that's been in my dream. And the first time it was the Hulk could not kill this zombie. He had a gun in his hand, and all he had to do was pull the trigger. The gun was right here on her forehead, and she was just sitting there. She knew he couldn't do it. He couldn't pull the trigger, and the Hulk, he's just holding the gun and he's shaking like he wants to do it, but he just can't. So he sits down on the floor, and he's just sitting there in this shameful, sitting there shameful, like I couldn't do it. Which I thought was interesting. So today I was looking up, whenever superheroes go bad, I thought maybe that's what it was referencing and that sort of thing. And a lot of times whenever you think about superheroes, they're not really the best people or whatever. Superheroes always have these flaws that, they could really do better or something like that. And I came across why Batman wasn't a good superhero, wasn't really a good guy. And and then I came across why the Hulk wasn't a hero, so to speak, because the Hulk was really kind of selfish, and whenever, he didn't do things for the greater good. He was just very primal. He would get angry and just lash out, go crazy, So he's not really a superhero, so to speak. He's super, but he's not a hero. And then Batman, he was wealthy and just used all of his wealth on himself to get revenge because somebody killed his parents, So he's not actually superhero, He's super, but he's not a hero, that sort of thing. So I don't know. But anyway, I found it interesting that I had this dream. I've never dreamed of demons or anything like that. So I find it interesting last night before this celestial convergence that I have a dream of, the demons being released. So y'all be in prayer. Clearly something is going on, and the heavens were made for signs and, seasons and that sort of thing. So I don't know, very interesting. So let me know what you think about the superhero thing, the Batman thing. I don't know.